misses the end zone or is stopped dead in his tracks. 10 teams, 5 games, 1 website. SummitCitySports.com. Live streamed high school games, score updates, and news hub for all Fort Wayne athletics. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
The Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse is a state-of-the-art facility that has become the home of sports in our region. Also the home of Parkview Sports Medicine with our new Ortho Express Clinic, AWP Sports, plus all kinds of club activity from basketball, volleyball, futsal, pickleball, and more. The Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. Check it out today.
There's Ryan looking to center into the slot to Esther, but it's broken up by Scott. He shoots, hits, scores!
Now the sticks are up. And now this is bad news. Everyone going at it down here in the corner.
Fort Wayne
Hockey with the deke.
6 teams.
Bone cutter to Ryan Freeby with the shot from the point. He scores!
Live stream games new this season. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. Our elite team of experts in orthopedic surgery, athletic rehabilitation, nutrition, and sports performance coordinate your care all along the way. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
If you're an athlete, you never know when an injury might happen. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine has made the new Ortho Express Clinic. Located inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, the Ortho Express Clinic has everything that an athlete would need, from physicians to athletic rehab and sports performance. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana with our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, offering direct access to physicians and Saturday morning clinics that are convenient for you. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's the Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ants in action. Get mad about blue.
If you're an athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at O&E, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more, go to ParkviewSportsMedicine.com and click on the Services tab.
Brooks steals it, tips it away to himself. He'll go to the hoop and slam it down.
They attack, they get a great shot.
Here he comes. And Lucas Craw.
Shot hits the post. And a centering feed to Luke Gibson. Shot scores.
The rush comes. Oh, almost picked off by Ethan Hoover.
And the takedown.
AWP Sports finds the athlete's purpose beyond athletics, the industry leader in sports performance for over 10 years in Northeast Indiana. You can find out more by clicking on the Services tab at the top of this page.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for championship.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to championship time here on SummitCitySports.com. We've got a special edition of Regional Championship Basketball for you here starting in about 10 minutes from Culver Community High School, where the Blackhawk Braves will be the home team on the scoreboard, and they will take on 21st Century out of Gary, Indiana, in what is an intriguing matchup, to say the least, between these two very good teams who won in convincing fashion earlier this afternoon, as Gary First Century beat up on a good Elkhart Central team, and Blackhawk took out Covenant Christian in a lopsided game here earlier this afternoon in our second game. The two teams on the court getting ready for this championship game. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports. Like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. Our elite team of experts in orthopedic surgery, athletic rehabilitation, nutrition, and sports performance training offers athletes coordinated care and instant access at the new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic inside the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. Also, Parkview Sports Medicine is the new go-to for all your local sports, with scores and highlights for all area schools. Parkview Sports Medicine wants to celebrate the accomplishments of the athletes on and off the court. To make Parkview Sports Medicine a part of your team, give us a call at 260-266-4007 or log on to parkviewsportsmedicine.com. Big Eyed Fish supports Fort Wayne area athletics and has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Originally located at historic 1502 North Well Street, you can also visit their express location at 3001 Hillegas Road and their express north location at 10,380 Leo Road. Big Eyed Fish has a 4-star ranking out of 5 with over 215 Google reviews. Find us at originalbigeyedfish.com or bigeyedfishexpress.com. Don't forget to like our Facebook page for updated promotions. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. Parkview's new Ortho Express Clinic is your new home for all your orthopedic needs. Instant access to physicians, x-rays, physical therapy, performance center sports dietitians are all at your fingertips at the new Parkview Ortho Express. We meet the athletes when and where they are playing inside the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse with evening and weekend hours. Parkview Ortho Express. Learn more at parkviewsportsmedicine.com. Got 8 minutes to go here in our pregame warm-ups between these two teams. The winner of this will advance to next week's semi-state, where they'll either be at Lafayette Jeff or at Huntington North High School. I'll be your host for tonight's basketball game. My name is Ryan Dellinger. You can find me on Twitter at RHIN0071 on Twitter. We'd love to hear from you tonight. Let us know where you're watching from. You can either tweet to me at my handle or the Summit City Sports handle at 260 Sports. We'd love to hear from you. We had people from all over the country listen to us this year during our football season and into the basketball season. People from all across the country, including international, watching as well, as we have people from Australia and Italy watching this year here on SummitCitySports.com. The two teams continue their warm-ups. The captains are at midcourt. They're talking with the officials. The coaches are at their benches, and we've got 7 minutes before it's game time here on SummitCitySports.com. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll take a closer look at these two teams. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
If you're an athlete, you never know when an injury might happen. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine has made the new Ortho Express Clinic. Located inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, the Ortho Express Clinic has everything that an athlete would need, from physicians to athletic rehab and sports performance. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on. Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana with our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, offering direct access to physicians and Saturday morning clinics that are convenient for you. Parkview Sports Medicine.
We're back live at Culver Community High School. The two teams continue to finish up their warm-ups. We've got a little under 6 minutes to here and warm-up time. And then the two teams will go to the bench, will play the national anthem, and then announce the starters. So let's take a little bit of a closer look at these two teams before we get started. Gary, the 21st Century comes into this game with a record of 22-6 overall. Fort Wayne Blackhawk 25-2 overall. The head coach is Rodney Williams for Gary 21st Century in his 9th year. He's 121-85 as the Cougars head coach. For the Blackhawk Christian, Mark Davidson is their head coach. He's 94-41 in his 5th year at Fort Wayne Blackhawk, and 124-56 in 7 years overall coaching high school basketball. Your Sagarin ratings for these two teams: Blackhawk checks in at 86.94. That's good for 26 overall in the state and number 1 in Class 1A. Gary 21st Century with a 78.37. That's good for 73rd overall in the state and 6th in Class 1A. So we have 1 versus 6 here in our championship game. The last game was for Gary 21st Century. They beat Elkhart Christian 68-48, 20-point win for them. Blackhawk defeated Covenant Christian 79-45. Those games both here earlier on SummitCitySports.com. These two teams have never met before, and John Harrells predicts this game to be a close one, 67-59, probably going to Blackhawk in an interesting matchup between the speed of Gary 21st Century Academy against the Blackhawk Christian overwhelming size that they have on the court. A bunch of 6'8", 6'9" guys they can run out on the court for Mark Davidson's Blackhawk Christian team. As I said, Blackhawk Christian 25-2 overall in the season. Their leading scorer in the first game today, Frank Davison, in the first quarter went for 17 points as he had the hot hand for Blackhawk early. And he got some help. He got some help from Devin Donaldson off the bench with 6 points. Caleb first had a slow first half, kind of had to find his feet, and had a good second half and contributed with 13 points. And he did a nice job rebounding and blocking shots in the second half for the Blackhawk Christian Braves. They also got some points off the bench from Kyle Zerbach. He had added 10 points, and Hofer with 8. For 21st Century, they're now 22-6 overall, coached by Rodney Williams. They had some balanced scoring as well. They had 3 players in double figures. Cunningham with 12. Their leading scorer on the season, Golston, he had 15. Normally averages about 22 points a game on the season, does Golston, and he's headed next year to Kent State to play for Kent State on the basketball team next season, so they have a D1 prospect in their lineup. But the big guy in the first game was John L. Davis for 21st Century. He went off. He had 22 points and 6 rebounds, and you got to remember, he only played about 7 minutes in the first half, and did a lot of damage after he was able to play after he got into foul trouble. So can 21st Century deal with the size of Blackhawk Christian, and can Blackhawk Christian slow down a very fast 21st Century team? The Cougars like to get out and run, and they have some serious talent, and they defend full court the entire game. So it'll be an interesting matchup here at Culver Community High School. At halftime, we'll try to get you scores from down at the Logansport Regional as Fort Wayne Northside will take on Carmel in the championship game down there. Northside with a come-from-behind win over a very good Zionsville team. And Carmel took out Fort Wayne Homestead in a close game where Homestead had a shot at the buzzer to tie it up but couldn't get it down. And they advanced to play Northside tonight. And that game will start at 8. So we'll be well on our way when that game gets started. So we'll have score updates from there. If you have any scores you'd like to tweet to us, please do at 260sports. We'd love to hear from you. We'd like to thank our sponsors tonight, the Comets, the Mad Ants, Big Eyed Fish, and of course, Parkview Sports Medicine. Also want to say thank you to Culver Community High School for hosting us here today. You've been a gracious host and have made things very nice for us. We'll take our final timeout. When we come back, we'll have the national anthem and the starting lineups from the Culver Academy Regional Championship game. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
For an athlete, you never know when an injury might happen. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine has made the new Ortho Express Clinic. Located inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, the Ortho Express Clinic has everything that an athlete would need, from physicians to athletic rehab and sports performance. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's the Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ants in action. Get mad about blue.
It's almost game time here at Culver Community High School. The two teams back at their bench. Got about 7 seconds left on the pregame clock, and then they will do the national anthem, and then we will have your starting lineups. When we get there, we will turn it over to the public address announcer.
In the spirit of sportsmanship, we ask that all fans act responsibly and courteously to those around you. Abusive language or disorderly conduct is unacceptable and not welcome at IHSAA events. Let's afford the student athletes, coaches, officials, and your fellow fans the respect they deserve. Your cooperation is appreciated. Please enjoy the game. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Our national anthem is played. We're about ready to get started here. The announcements are over, and now it's time for the starting lineups. Let's turn it over to the public address announcer for the starting lineups.
Now let's be the starters for the Regional 13 Championship game. First, for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Gary 21st Century Cougars.
Starters once again for 21st Century will be Hayes, Davis, Hayes, Hardiman, and Golston. So your starters for Blackhawk will be Mall first, Thompson, Sassmanhausen, and Davison. Blackhawk in their all whites to get started here in this game. And it'll be 21st Century in their black uniforms as we are ready to go here at Culver Community High School for the regional championship to move on to the semi-state next week. We are ready to go. The officials will be the law firm of Faw, Maxwell, and Smith on the court for tonight's championship game. It'll be Hardiman to jump up against Caleb first. Here's the throw, controlled by Drake Thompson and the Blackhawk Braves. Sassenhausen down to the right side. I'll look inside for Thompson. He'll back down, get inside, throw it up with the left hand, and it goes. Blackhawk on the board first. Quickly up the court, off the backboard, deflected, picked up by Blackhawk, and Jalen Mall off to the races, right to the hoop, throws it up, no good, but rebounded by First, and he'll hit the shot. And now they'll call a push on Jalen Mall. Points coming so fast, can't get the scoreboard running fast enough. 4-0 Blackhawk. Blackhawk will start off in a man-to-man in the half court. They won't press here early. It'll be Hayes to bring it up. Hayes will come up, guarded by Jalen Mall. Over to Golston. He's looking for a screen, gets it right to the top of the free throw line, and he'll drain it. Golston with a nice jump shot. Now 21st Century will press. Jalen Mall in the backcourt, throws it to Sassenhausen, almost loses it, but he'll have the ball and give it to Thompson. Now to First. First will go baseline, cut off, kicks it to Davidson. He'll ball fake and come to the top. He's guarded there by Davis. Now up top to Sassenhausen. He'll look inside. Good pass down low to the big fella Thompson, but he'll lose it out of bounds. I believe that was Hardiman who knocked it out of bounds. So Hardiman knocks it out, and the ball will stay with Blackhawk. Jalen Mall to inbounds. He'll throw it to Davidson. He'll drive left, pull up, shoot about a 15-footer, and hit it. So Davidson on the board, and 6-2 lead here early for Blackhawk. Davis to the hoop, goes up and hits the shot. So Davis with a nice shot. He's got his first two. Sassenhausen gets trapped, and now it's Jalen Mall with the ball. He'll dribble left. He's going to get cut off at the half-court line. He'll keep his dribble. His younger brother playing for Culver Academy tonight in the championship game. And there's a foul, an early foul. I believe that's on number 5, Hayes. Torrance Hayes will pick up his first. Each team with one early foul here in this quarter. It'll be Blackhawk ball. Sassenhausen will inbounds. And he's going to throw it into Jalen Mall right out at half court. He'll turn around and have Hayes right on him. Gets a screen, dribbles through it. Good pass inside to the big fella, Caleb First, and he'll be hit on the wrist, and I believe that'll be on Golston. First will go to the line. He'll shoot 2. That foul is on Golston, his first, team second. So First will go to the line. The freshman standing 6'9". Shot up and good for the freshman. Had a little bit of time between games to spend some time with his parents. And it was interesting that they talked about how his first love was baseball until he grew 6 inches. And the shot up and good for the freshman. And he's got 4. Davis now to Golston. He's going to launch the 3, in and out. And it'll go around to Sassenhausen. He'll get the rebound. And Mall up the court quickly. He'll kick it out to Davidson. He'll drive baseline. Stops, gives it to First. He'll drive in the lane, up and under move. And, he missed the bunny. It's rebounded there by Davis. And now Davis up to the right side. He's guarded by Jalen Mall. He'll give the ball to Hayes. Hayes guarded by Sassenhausen. See how deep these two teams want to go with their bench. Both teams were able to rest players in the first game. There's a 2 by Hardiman, and it's good. Excuse me, that's Taiwan Hayes who gets the bucket. And a 2-point game for Blackhawk. Blackhawk who have basically rested all the starters in the fourth quarter. Mall against Hayes. Good crossover over to Davidson. He fakes. Now he'll come around, get into the paint, pull up, shoot a 13-footer. In and out, and rebounded by Golston. And Golston comes up the court and gives it to Davis. He'll drive baseline. He'll go up, have a shot blocked by Davidson. And he'll grab the rebound and bring it up and give it to Sassenhausen. He was looking inside. He'll look inside for First again. He'll catch it on the block. He'll turn baseline up and under with the right hand and hits the shot. First with another bucket. Golston with it now. He'll drive on first, go baseline, gets caught, hits the back of the backboard. That's out of bounds. So that'll be a turnover on 21st Century, their first. And the ball will go to the Braves. 4:33 to play here in our first quarter. He'll inbounds it to Maul. He has a guy fall down, so he'll take off for the basket. He'll go right to the hoop, throw it up, and hit the shot on the layup. Jalen Maul recognized he had a mismatch with numbers and went right to the hoop. Davis with it on the left wing. Excuse me if I can't see some of the play going on here right in front of me. I got the student section right there for Blackhawk. Davison throws it, deflected, goes to Golston. He'll dribble up top. 21st Century slowing it down here. We'll have a sub at the next dead ball. That's Cunningham for 21st Century. And now to be Golston. Over to Davis. He'll come all the way around to Golston. He'll go baseline right to the hoop. Throws it up, misses a shot, but it'll go off of Thompson's hands as number 13, Torrance Hayes, tries to rebound it, but it went off of a Blackhawk player out of bounds. So Hayes will check out. Torrance Hayes out. And it will be Cunningham into the lineup for 21st Century. The Cougars need a good set here. They've turned the ball over a couple times and a couple easy baskets for Blackhawk. Cunningham will give it up to Golston. And Hayes will have Cunningham run the baseline. Now to Golston, to Davis. And he'll give the ball to Hardiman. I think he'll launch a three. It's going to be off the side of the rim and rebounded by Jalen Mull. So Hardiman took the shot, no good. Saspenhausen with it. Ooh, he almost hit the official right in the head. And now Blackhawk over the timeline. Saspenhausen with it. He'll look inside, fire to Thompson. Thompson will turn, fire back to Saspenhausen. He'll launch a three off the back of the rim and rebounded by Davidson. Offensive rebound goes to Blackhawk, and Jalen Mull resets the offense. Mull left side. He'll give it back to Saspenhausen. He'll get the screen there by Caleb First. No, he'll give the ball to First. He'll run a little weave action here. Davison with it. He pump fakes, drives, and there's going to be a foul called, I believe, on number 4, Thompson of Blackhawk Christian. I think he cleared out Cunningham. No, actually, I think they're going to call this foul on Cunningham. So Cunningham will pick up his first, team's third. Into the lineup, Lomax will replace Hayes. Lomax saw a little bit of time in the first game. It'll be Mull to inbounds. He'll look, fire over to Saspenhausen. He'll launch a three, and it's good. Saspenhausen did not score in the first game, and now he comes out and hits a three. 15-footer on the way by Golston. Good block out by First. Mull gets the rebound, and he's off to the races again. He'll turn, go right to the bucket, throw it up off the backboard. He's tripped, knocks Caleb First right into the wall back there, but it would be 2 shots, I believe, coming for Blackhawk. No, they'll say on the ground, and that was on Cunningham. He comes right in the game, picks up 2 quick ones. And Velez into the game. Velez in the first game, he had 8 points off the bench and 7 rebounds. Caleb First catches it, almost loses it, gets his own rebound, goes up with a left-handed shot and hits it. The freshman with 8 points in the first quarter. Lomax with it. He'll give it up top to Golston. Rodney Williams, the head coach, giving the call here. He's telling him what play he wants run. So they'll give it to Lomax. The lefty will have it. He'll dribble. Gets cut off by Mull, and now to Golston. They'll go to Cunningham. He's a good three-point shooter off the rim and rebounded by Thompson. He just wanted it more right there. Saspenhausen, a good move there to get around Davis. He'll kick it to Davidson. He'll look inside, find the big fella in there, no good. Tipped out to Jalen Mull. He'll catch it, he'll fire it, he's fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. So Jalen Mull doing everything here early. 2 points, and he's got 3 boards, and we'll see who this foul is on. 5 team fouls already on 21st Century, and they'll call it on number 15, Velez. He'll pick up his first. Mull at the line to shoot 2. His first one up and good. See if Rodney Williams might use a timeout here. His team already trails by 12. Mull will shoot the second one, and it's good as well. And Blackhawk perfect from the line here in the first quarter. Golston will bring it up, guarded by First. First will back off, so he'll kick it to Cunningham. Cunningham will pull up and shoot a 15-footer, blocked by Davidson, his second. And Blackhawk has it again. Jalen Mole once again right to the hoop, misses a wild shot, and it's rebounded. Watch out, Davis. There's a player right behind you. He'll go strong to the hoop, and he's blocked by Caleb First. And it looks like an alley-oop set up for First. He catches it and hits the shot. I hear a whistle on the court. There's a timeout, 21st Century. All Blackhawk to get this game started. A 30-second timeout. Blackhawk leads 21-6 over 21st Century from Gary, Indiana. We'll stay right here with this 30-second timeout. A big crowd has assembled. Blackhawk Christian has almost completely filled up their side of the gym and half of the other side. 21st Century also with a fairly big crowd here in our second game. It was interesting. Between games, I went out to eat, and the restaurant I went to, all it had in it was Blackhawk Christian fans and 21st Century fans. And all Blackhawk fans could talk about is how fast Gary 21st Century is. And all 21st Century fans could talk about is how huge Blackhawk is. And right now, the size of Blackhawk doing a number against the speed of 21st Century. It'll be Davis. He'll bring it up, guarded by Sassmanhausen. Sassmanhausen will kick it to, that's Rogers who checked in, and he'll go to Velez, and they'll swing it to Lomax. Rogers will run the baseline, nothing there. Velez with it. He'll go right to the hoop, throw it up left-handed, no good. And Thompson with the rebound. So 21st Century getting some shot in the lanes, just not getting anything to drop. Davidson will launch the three. Good from the left baseline. 5 points for the junior. And the lead extends under 1 minute to play. Golson to the hoop. He'll pull up off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Jalen Mull. His fourth rebound. Now he'll push. He'll stop. Almost has it picked. He'll throw it up. He's hammered by Velez. No call. And Golson to the hoop, and he's fouled by Sassmanhausen. So Sassmanhausen picks up his first, team second. And it will be a foul on the floor, so it'll be Davis to take it out. A very fast first quarter here at Culver Community High School. Davis will inbound. He'll throw it up top to Velez. Velez now to Golson. And back to Davis. Davis, the hot player in the first game today. 22 points. He'll pull up and shoot. And he's fouled, and he'll go to the line as Thompson picks up his first personal, and that will send Davis to the line to shoot 2 for 21st Century. So John L. Davis with 22 points here earlier today and also brought in 5 rebounds. So he'll eye the first one. He was a good, off the back of the rim. This is the way he started the first game as well. He hit the back of the rim on the first one, and then after that, it was all net from that point on. So Davis will launch another one, and it's good. So Davis with his third point, and 21st Century will continue to press. Long pass to Davidson. He'll spot up, shoot a three off the back of the rim, and Davis will get the rebound, and he'll bring it up the court on the right side. He'll give it now to Velez. Velez will shoot, air ball, and that'll go to Jalen Mull, and he'll bring it up the court. He'll cross over one guy, give it to Davidson. He's fouled going up, so he'll go to the line to shoot 2. We'll see who that foul was on. I'm going to have to stand up here shortly. The crowd really starting to get large right in front of me. I can't see the corner here. So that foul was on number 3, Rogers, his first. And at the line shooting 2, Davidson of Blackhawk. So if the score doesn't update real fast, ladies and gentlemen, that's why, because I've got to stand up now to see the game as Davidson hits his first foul shot. Pulver into the lineup. He'll replace Jalen Mull. Pulver saw a lot of good minutes in the first game. So Davidson will shoot a second one here. Now a whistle. And I think they see a little bit of blood maybe on Frank the Tank, as I think they'll clean him up before he takes his shot. 25-7 our score. It's been all Blackhawk. They've been able to control tempo. They've blocked so many shots already. And Parkview Sports Medicine Zone, Ann, as we like to call her, over there cleaning up Frank the Tank. And now Donaldson will get up off the bench. And he's going to have to come in and shoot the foul shot. So Donaldson will come in and shoot for Davidson. Donaldson had 6 points in the first game today. A very good shooter. Now they've taped up Davidson. Donaldson shoots. And in and out and rebounded by Golston. And that's the end of one. It's Blackhawk 25, 21st Century 7. We'll take a timeout. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
If you're an athlete, you never know when an injury might happen. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine has made the new Ortho Express Clinic. Located inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, the Ortho Express Clinic has everything that an athlete would need, from physicians to athletic rehab and sports performance. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on. Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana with our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, offering direct access to physicians and Saturday morning clinics that are convenient for you. Parkview Sports Medicine.
We're ready for the start of the second quarter here at Culver Community High School. It's been all Blackhawk here. They've been able to turn over 21st Century, and 21st Century has not been able to hit from the outside as of yet. We saw in the first game they went on a 13-0 run, so they have it in them, but can they get it done as Davis will inbounds to Rogers? And you see the body language right now of 21st Century, not real good, as Rogers will throw it to Davis. Davis guarded by Sassenhausen. He'll pull up, he'll shoot, have it partially blocked, and Caleb first gets it, gives it to Mole, and now they're off to the races. Donaldson with the three. In and out, and rebounded by Thompson, and he'll go up strong and hit the shot. So Drake Thompson gets a bucket, and the lead balloons. 20-point lead. Velez over to Golston. He'll drive baseline, and now he'll shoot. It got nowhere to go, and he'll get bailed out on a cheap foul there by Caleb First. So First will pick up his first foul, and that'll be the team's fourth. So Davidson will come back into the game. It looks like he's cleaned up the blood situation. And Donaldson will check out. So Davidson back in, and he'll guard Velez on the inbounds pass. 21st Century, a bunch of players up. And it looks like they'll try to throw it deep. Gets deflected and picked off by Jalen Mole. He'll go the other way, goes right to the hoop and has the ball knocked out of bounds. And now we see Torrance Hayes up off the bench for 21st Century, and he'll go into the game, and we'll see who he replaces. Taiwan Hayes, into the game. Yeah, Taiwan Hayes into the game, and he'll replace Velez. Sassenhausen launches another three off the inbounds pass. Tip, rebounded by Thompson. He misses the bunny, gets his own rebound, loses the ball, and now it's 21st Century off to the races. Alley-oop, but the player way too short. Golston with it, and he'll hit the shot. Nice pass. So the first turnover on Blackhawk leads to an easy point. And now a foul will be called on John L. Davis. On Davis, that will be his first. Team seventh. So Blackhawk in the bonus the rest of the first half. At the line shooting two, the freshman, Caleb First, and he hits the first one. First with 11 points here in the first half. Zurbach up off the bench, and he's going to come into the game. He's going to replace Thompson. Zurbach had a really good game off the bench earlier today for the Braves. He had, I believe, 10 points, but he did a nice job on the boards, had some block shots as well. Caleb First, he'll have a chance to extend the lead. And he shoots, and it's good. Golston with it. He wants to drive. He'll get around a couple guys in the lane, and Davis, they'll actually call a foul, I believe, on Zurbach. So Zurbach picks up his first. That's who they pointed at, and that will send Golston to the line to shoot two for the Cougars. Like I mentioned earlier, Golston headed off to Kent State next year. And he'll eye the first one off the back of the rim. No good. The lead stays at 20. 6:49 to play here in our first half. Fast-paced first half. Like I said, we'll try to get you scores from other regionals, but we're the earliest starting regional going on. So if we get some, we will give them to you, but it's going to be hard-pressed to get them for you because this game is moving right along, and we'll be definitely at halftime before most games are even starting. First in the lineup, at the line, and he's going to be bumped again by, I believe, Davis on the body, and First will head back to the line to shoot 2 for the Braves. So Davis will pick up his second, and First will be at the line for Blackhawk. Jalen Mall comes up, wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Jalen Mall headed off to St. Francis next year. First shot up and good for the big fella. So First will shoot another. It's been all Blackhawk here. They have not had a team at all in postseason even challenge them remotely. Most of their games have been 30, 40-point wins. And if at this rate, it could be another one here at Culver. Golston pulls up, shoots off the back of the rim, tipped and rebounded by Donald Davidson. Good tip there by Jalen Mole. He'll get around Golston. And now he'll slow down, gets tripped, and they'll call him for a travel. So back into the game comes Cunningham for 21st Century, and he'll replace Rogers. '21st Century with the ball once again. It's Davis. He'll bring it up, guarded by Sassenhausen. He'll drive, get bumped, pull up, take the shot. Off the rim, rebounded by Golston, up and off again as First will get the rebound. Then I believe he's fouled. Golston wanted a foul called on Blackhawk, didn't get it. He might have picked up the personal foul. It is on Golston, and that's his second. We'll go the other way, and First will shoot 1-1. First, just a freshman. Stands 6'9". There was a few colleges here earlier today watching him. Purdue, I know, was here. So that shot is up and it rolls in for the big fella. And now First will shoot a second. And good as well. First having a big first half. 23-point lead for Blackhawk. Travel by Cunningham. And the ball goes right back to Blackhawk. Unlike the first game when 21st Century played Elkhart, when they got behind, they slowed down and ran some really good sets against Elkhart to get some good shots. In this game, they've just totally been taken out of their game plan. A good backdoor cut by Davidson, and Mole finds him. And another bucket for the Braves. Lomax will launch a three. It's off the back of the rim. Caleb First skies for it and gets the rebound. He'll give it to Jalen Mall. Davison looks underneath, gets deflected away, and it'll stay with Blackhawk. Into the game will be Torrance Hayes now checks in for 21st Century. He's one of the original starters. We'll see who replaces Cunningham. 5:39 to play here in our first half. Sassenhausen inbounds right to First. He'll spin, go up with the left hand, and hits the shot. He is just having his way here in the first half for Blackhawk. And there's another turnover by 21st Century, and now it's Sassenhausen with the ball for Blackhawk. He'll pull up, hits First. Oh, goes right off of Caleb First's hands. A little too much smoke on that pass from Sassenhausen. He knew it, too. He's smiling, looking at Caleb First, knowing I put a little too much mustard on that for you, young man. 37-10. Golston with it. One-on-one again, up to the rim, and it'll drop. Jalen Mall with the ball. 5 minutes to play here in our first half. Mall waves everybody away. Now he'll look inside for Davidson. Davidson will post up on the shorter Lomax. He'll turn and hit the fadeaway. Davidson with another bucket. Blackhawk on pace to score 100 points in this game. Lomax with it. He'll drive. Does a little Euro step off the backboard and good. And a turnover by Blackhawk, and now 21st Century and Sassenhausen fouls Lomax. So twice 21st Century's had a chance to get out and run, and Sassenhausen has ruined it like they do in the NBA. Pulver will replace Sassenhausen. He'll take a seat. And I see a couple of the coaches telling Michael Pulver to settle down when he gets out there and gets the ball. He had quite a few turnovers in the first game. It'll be Lomax with the ball. He'll be guarded by Davidson. He wants to drive baseline. Behind his back, gets cut off. Kicks it to John L. Davis. He's guarded by Pulver. Gets away with a little push. And now to Golston. 4 minutes to play here in our first half. A screen now by Hayes, and that leaves Golston wide open. He'll shoot, and Zerbach will get the rebound. Jalen Mall, he'll drive to the hoop. He'll fake, give it to Caleb first, but they'll call 21st Century for a push. And we'll see who the foul's on. Double bonus for Blackhawk now. Torrance Hayes with the foul. First back to the line. He eyes the first one, and good. (40-14). A freshman will launch another, and good as well. Davis with the ball once again. He'll go right, gets a couple screens, tries to get in the lane, has the ball stripped away by Pulver. And Jalen Mall right to the hoop, and he hits the shot. Blackhawk smells blood in the water, and they are going for the win early as Hayes is fouled, I believe, by Michael Pulver, and he'll go to line to shoot for 21st Century. Pulver will pick up his first. 1-1 now for 21st Century, as that'll be Hayes at the line, Torrance Hayes. He'll take the shot, and that was dead on. Hayes with the second one now. Hayes will shoot off the back of the rim and rebounded by Caleb First. His third rebound, he'll give it to Pulver. Pulver will bring it across the timeline. In the lane, a fake, up, no good, but rebounded by Caleb First. He'll go up, miss the shot, and it's rebounded by Davis. He was too far under the basket at that time. I thought he was going to go up and dunk it. Good look inside the Lomax, but then he sees all the tall guys coming at him and wisely backs out of there for the Cougars. He wants to go one-on-one. He'll drive, kick it to Hayes, now to Davis. Davis will shoot a long three, no good. Tipped off of Caleb First and out of bounds, and the ball will stay with the Cougars. 3:16 to play here in our first half. The winner to the semi-state next week, and now Drake Thompson up off the bench. And I think he's going to give Caleb First a break, who's had just a monster first half. Another sub coming in. 25, Cunningham back in the lineup, and he'll replace Hayes. And it'll be Torrance Hayes to inbounds. He'll look, fire to a wide open Cunningham. He'll shoot the three off the back of the rim, and Michael Pulver gets the rebound. He'll give it up to Jalen Mall. He gets away with a little push. Davison doesn't care. He'll launch a three and drain it. What a first half by the Braves. 46-15. Lomax will shoot one from Plymouth and miss, and it's rebounded by Thompson. His fifth board, down to Davidson. He'll get fouled there by Lomax. Lomax will pick up his first, and that will send the junior to the line, Davidson. He'll shoot two. 21st Century completely frustrated on the floor and on the bench. So Davidson will shoot. We have a sub coming in at the next dead ball. That'll be Rogers for 21st Century. Davidson will eye the first one, and it's good. Blackhawk doing an outstanding job at the line. He'll eye the second, and it's good as well. So Blackhawk 15 of 16 from the line. Good look inside to Golston. He'll go up and jam it. Golston knew what to do with that. He put it down hard. Into the line. Oh, no call. A charging foul on Jalen Mole as he runs over Golston. Mole will pick up his second. Up off the bench is Donaldson. He'll replace Mole. Mole will sit with his 2 fouls. 2:26 to play here in our first half. It's all Blackhawk here at the Culver Regional. Hayes with the ball now. He'll kick it to Rogers. Back to Hayes. And they'll swing it around to Davis. Not a lot of movement for 21st Century here, as they're trying to just launch threes to try to get back into the game, and it hasn't worked. And Blackhawk will play a 2-3 zone. Golston with it. He'll dribble, cut off in the lane, shoots off the back of the rim, tips in his own missed shot. And he's got 13. A pickoff now by 21st Century. Turnover on Blackhawk, and right there's Golston again, and he'll tip another one in. Michael Pulver with the ball. He's almost stripped, and they'll call a foul, I believe, on Golston of 21st Century. Actually, it looks like they're going to call it on Rogers. At the line shooting 2 will be Michael Pulver. .7 lead here for Blackhawk. Under 2 minutes to play. Pulver will have a chance. Off the side of the rim and no good. 21st Century feeling a little excitement here, as they've been able to get 4 quick points off of Blackhawk. Pulver with the second one. And now we have a whistle, lane violation called on Michael Pulver. No good. And the ball will go back to 21st Century. 1:43 to play here in our first half. Davis will inbounds to Hayes. He'll let it roll to half court. Now he'll pick it up. He'll fire it back to Davis. Davis over to Golston. He's feeling it, so he'll launch and hit it. Golston with the hot hand right now, as there'll be a cheap foul on 21st Century. Rogers will pick up his third. And we'll go the other way as Donaldson will shoot 2 for Blackhawk Christian. So Donaldson, the lefty, at the line. He'll eye and hit it. Donaldson with his first points of this championship game. He had 6 earlier today. 2-3 long 3-pointers for Blackhawk Christian in a rout over Covington Christian. He'll hit the second one as well. And now it's Golston with the ball once again. He'll run over Michael Pulver. No call. Short off the front of the rim, and Zurbach with the rebound for Blackhawk. Davison with it to Pulver. Pulver stops, has the ball deflected away, and another giveaway by Pulver. Davis to the basket, has it blocked. Now outside to Hayes. Hayes in the lane. He'll jump stop and deflected out of bounds by Zurbach. 1 minute to play in our first half. At halftime, we'll try to find some scores from around the area. We're the earliest game of the night, and most games aren't starting till either 7:30 or 8 o'clock, and we're already at halftime. Cunningham will launch a 3. It's off the side of the rim and rebounded by Davidson. Now Davison with the ball. He'll fire to Donaldson. Donaldson will turn. Devin Donaldson will look, pick up his dribble, find Pulver. Pulver's almost fouled on that. Kicks it to Davison. He thinks about the 3. 40 seconds to play. Inside to Zurbach. And he'll put the ball down and have it taken away. And now a turnover by 21st Century gives the ball back to Blackhawk. Frank Davison will launch a 3 off the side of the rim, but rebounded by Drake Thompson. He decides to throw it back out. He's got 6 rebounds. And it looks like it's a ball out of bounds off of 21st Century. Jalen Mull back into the game for Blackhawk with just 23 seconds to play here in the first half, and he'll replace Michael Pulver, who might have been hitting the nose on one of those plays. Donaldson to inbounds. He'll look, fire to Zerbach. Zerbach guarded right there by Cunningham, and now he'll give it to Jalen Mall, who will get around his defender to the hoop, off the backboard, and good. Golson will take it right to the hoop, throw a wild shot up. He'll go up again, and he's hammered. The senior for 21st Century will not go quietly in this game. He's continuing to fight. He's been going one-on-one on most plays. That time he split a couple defenders, got his own rebound, and got fouled by number 34. That's Zerbach, and that's his second. And the shot in and out as we see Hofer up off the bench, and he'll replace Zerbach, I believe, with his 2 fouls. Jared Hofer into the game. Had a good first game with 8 points. Sassenhausen now up off the bench. And it looks like he'll replace Drake Thompson with his 2 fouls. Well, he's just got 1, so 1 shot here. 4 seconds to play in our first half. Golston will take the shot. And it's up. And around and good. Sassenhausen looks. He'll fire it to half court. Finds Hofer. He'll throw it to Donaldson. He's going to launch a 3. It's good if it goes, but it's an air ball. And that will do it for the first half here at Culver. It's Blackhawk Christian 52, Culver, 21st Century 25. We'll take a timeout when we come back. If we have any scores for you from around the area, we'll certainly give those to you. And we will have the individual scoring here in the first half for the Blackhawk Braves and 21st Century from Gary. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have your halftime show. It's a regional basketball championship on SummitCitySports.com.
Friday Night Lights. Fort Wayne football from the comfort of your own home, or when you're on the go. The same night the pigskin touches the end zone or is stopped dead in its tracks. 10 teams, 5 games, 1 website. SummitCitySports.com. Live streamed high school games, score updates, and news hub for all Fort Wayne athletics. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
The Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse is a state-of-the-art facility that has become the home of sports in our region. Also the home of Parkview Sports Medicine with our new Ortho Express Clinic, AWP Sports, plus all kinds of club activity from basketball, volleyball, futsal, pickleball, and more. The Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. Check it out today.
There's Ryan looking to center into the slot to Esther, but broken up by Scott. He shoots, hits, scores!
Now the sticks are up. And now this is bad news. Everyone going at it down here in the corner.
Fort Wayne
McClung with the deke.
6 teams.
Bone cutter to Ryan Freeby with the shot from the point. He scores!
Live stream games new this season. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. Our elite team of experts in orthopedic surgery, athletic rehabilitation, nutrition, and sports performance coordinate your care all along the way. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
If you're an athlete, you never know when an injury might happen. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine has made the new Ortho Express Clinic. Located inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, the Ortho Express Clinic has everything that an athlete would need, from physicians to athletic rehab and sports performance. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. you can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana with our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, offering direct access to physicians and Saturday morning clinics that are convenient for you. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's the Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ants in action. Get mad about blue.
If you're an athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at O&E, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com and click on the Services tab.
Brooks steals it, tips it away to himself. He'll go to the hoop and slam it down.
They attack, they get a great shot.
Here he comes. And Lucas Crawl.
Shot hits the post, and the centering feed to Luke Gibson. Shot scores!
The rush comes. Oh, almost picked off by Ethan Hoover.
And the takedown.
AWP Sports finds the athlete's purpose beyond athletics, the industry leader in sports performance for over 10 years in Northeast Indiana. You can find out more by clicking on the Services tab at the top of this page.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for championship.
Welcome back to Culver Community School. It's Blackhawk leading big over 21st Century. And they've been in control from the outset, and they are continuing to roll here at the regional. They've just been shooting lights out. They've been rebounding, they've been blocking shots, and they've been doing everything right here in the first half against 21st Century, a very good 21st Century team that shoots very well. They're very athletic, but Blackhawk has just been overwhelming, to say the least, here in the first half. Let's take a look at, some of the scoring from around the area hasn't really happened yet because the games are either just starting or they don't start till 8 o'clock. We know that Northside is going to play Carmel tonight at the Logansport Championship game. We know that Homestead was eliminated today, as well as Angola, and also Canterbury is done for the year as well. So the 2 remaining Fort Wayne teams, Blackhawk and Northside, playing for championships tonight. Here's your scoring first for 21st Century. They got 2 from Lomax, 1 from Torrance Hayes, 3 from Davis, 2 from Taiwan Hayes, and they have a game-high 17 from their senior, Golston, who's headed to play at Kent State next year. For Blackhawk, they had a balanced scoring attack. They got 2 points from Donaldson. They've got 8 from Jalen Mall. They've got 4 from Thompson, but he's got 6 boards in the first half. 3 from Sassmanhausen, 14 from Davidson, and their leading scorer in the first half and leading all scorers, the freshman Caleb First, with 21 points and 3 boards in the first half for Blackhawk. If Blackhawk wins, The winner of this, either way, will either go to Lafayette Jeff next week, or they will play at Huntington North. I think it really determines what happens in that 4A regional at Logansport later this evening. So we've got 1:40 here to go before we get our second half underway. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports. Like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Big Eyed Fish supports Fort Wayne area athletics and has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Originally located at historic 1502 North Wells Street, you can also visit their express locations at 3001 Hillegas Road and their express north location at 10,380 Leo Road. Big Eyed Fish has a 4-star ranking out of 5 with over 215 Google reviews. Find us at Original Big Eyed Fish or Big Eyed Fish Express. Don't forget to like our Facebook page for updated promotions. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. We'll take our final timeout. We'll come back with the start of the second half from Culver Community High School. You're watching high school basketball on Summit City Sports.
Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
If you're an athlete, you never know when an injury might happen. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine has made the new Ortho Express Clinic. Located inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, the Ortho Express Clinic has everything that an athlete would need, from physicians to athletic rehab and sports performance. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on. Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana with our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, offering direct access to physicians and Saturday morning clinics that are convenient for you. Parkview Sports Medicine.
It'll be Blackhawks ball to start our second half. It's Jalen Mull with the ball. He's going to be bumped and fouled right away by Hayes. Torrance Hayes picks up his third, team's first. It'll be Sassmanhausen, the inbounds. Can 21st Century get something going here right away? They'll throw it down low to Caleb first. Now back to Sassmanhausen. He'll look inside. Now back down to the big fella, and a push from behind on number 13, Taiwan Hayes. You could see it was right in front of us. As the ball started to be entered into Caleb first, he shoved him in the back with his forearm. And that's what the official's saying. He arm barred him right in his back as the ball was coming. So Jalen Mull will inbounds. He'll look. Give it to Davidson. He'll stop. Give it back to Jalen Mull. He's trapped down there. Now he's out of it. And he'll throw it over to Sassmanhausen. He'll launch a three. It's good. Sassmanhausen with the first bucket of the second half, and it's into the lane goes Golston. He's fouled. And he'll go to the line to shoot two. First will pick up his second foul. That'll send Golston to the line. He'll shoot two. Senior with the first half to remember with 17 points, and he's at the line shooting. And that ball's up and good for the senior. Golston with his 18th point. Golston will eye the second one. In and out and rebounded by Thompson. Thompson with 7 boards and almost turns it over. Sassmanhausen will get it. He'll get, he's bumped there, but they'll have to use a timeout. He got bumped and lost his dribble and had to use the timeout to try to get the ball across the court. And we'll see. It's just going to be a 30-second timeout here by Blackhawk as they're just going to stay there, get regrouped, and figure out how to get this ball in bounds with 7:22 to play here in our third quarter. Blackhawk got here with a huge win this afternoon over Covenant Christian. Absolutely dominated them in that game, winning by about 30 points. With Gary 21st Century, they won big as well, 68-48 over Elkhart Christian, where they dominated late in the game to pull away behind the hot shooting of John L. Davis. So Thompson will inbounds. They'll have Jalen Mull in the backcourt with him. Sassmanhausen will stand at half court. He'll fake and they'll throw it into Sassmanhausen. And now he's got to get out of that corner, and he almost throws it away. Sassmanhausen with that was not a good idea right there as that ball tipped out of bounds by Hayes, and it will stay with Blackhawk. See if they bring Davidson up to try to bring the ball up the court now. I see him creeping towards half court. They'll inbound it to Jalen Mall. He'll turn. He gets bumped, and then the ball gets taken away and out of bounds off of, I believe, Hardiman, and the ball will stay with Blackhawk Christian as Jalen Mall reaches down and grabs his ankle. Donaldson with the ball. And he'll look and fire it to Sassenhausen. Now to Jalen Mall. He's got numbers. Throws it up to Caleb First. He's standing out of bounds, and that's a turnover. The ninth turnover on Blackhawk gives the ball right back to 21st Century. So the pressure pays off for the Cougars. Hayes with it. He'll go to Golston. Blackhawk will stand there 2-3. He's fouled by Drake Thompson. That'll be his second. That'll send the senior to the line to shoot two. Nobody really picked up Golston on that play. And you know what? You really can't blame Thompson because neither Jalen Mall or Sassenhausen rotated over to try to stop the ball. And the shot is up and good. Golston will have a chance to cut into the lead. They'll shoot off the back of the rim and rebounded by Sassenhausen. Jalen Mall with the ball, and he's trapped, and they'll call a reach in on Golston. I know the 21st Century wants to get back in the game, but they can ill afford to lose their best player, and that's Golston. He just picked up his third foul, and it's the team's third foul already here in the second half, and we haven't even played 2 minutes. The ball's tipped out of bounds by Golston. He almost picked up his fourth. It'll be Thompson inbounds right in front of the score table. The game's kind of slowed to a grinding halt here. There's a lot of tips out of bounds and a lot of whistles. It'll be Sassenhausen with the ball now. He gets the inbounds pass guarded by Golston. Now to Jalen Mall. You can see Blackhawk kind of relaxing here. Ooh, a couple players run into each other head to head. And now we have a fight for the ball, and they'll say off of Jalen Mall. It was clear who the ball was off of, and that was the 21st Century players. He ran out of bounds with it. And now we have an injured player on the floor, as I believe that is Hayes. Torrance Hayes on the ground, as I believe he ran into a chair that was laying at the end of the floor, and both teams will return to their benches. And we will take a timeout while they attend to the 21st Century player. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
For an athlete, you never know when an injury might happen. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine has made the new Ortho Express Clinic. Located inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, the Ortho Express Clinic has everything that an athlete would need, from physicians to athletic rehab and sports performance. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's the Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ants in action. Get mad about blue.
We're back here at Culver Community High School as they attend to Torrance Hayes, who on the last play, him and Jalen Mall were going after a ball, and they got their legs tangled up, and Torrance Hayes went into, where the doors are that lead out of the gym, and he crashed either into a chair or into the partition that holds the doors up, and he's being attended to on the court by trainers from both schools. And the trainers here at Culver Community High School as he continues to be on the floor. He's been there for about 3 minutes now, and I think they were attending to, looked like he was holding his nose when he first rolled over after it happened. And now still not a lot of movement. Now he's got his hands on the ground, and I think they're going to try to lift him up and get him up off the court. He may have a cramp as well, and he's very groggy as he stands up. And we'll see if they just take Torrance Hayes directly to the locker room. Not putting a lot of weight on there. It looks like he's a little bit woozy as he stands up. And it looks like they're going to just try to move him over to the steps that go up to the upper section. And now a couple players come over to help him walk off the court, and he'll just go straight to the end of the bench here as our game has come to a halt at the 6:45 minute of the third quarter. Blackhawk is kind of relaxed here in the second half and has been able to give some life to 21st Century. And the ball will stay with 21st Century. They said the ball was off of Jalen Mole, and they'll have the ball here as into the game comes Lomax for Hayes, and Davis will inbounds. Golston with it. He'll pick up his dribble, fire it to Lomax. He'll go right at the taller Drake Thompson, and Thompson called for a body foul, his third, and at the line shooting two will be Lomax. Thompson will pick up his third foul, and that'll be the third team foul on Blackhawk as Zurbach gets up off the bench for Blackhawk, and he'll enter here, presumably for Thompson. And that shot's off to the left. So Zurbach in for Thompson. He'll take a seat. And it'll be the sophomore at the line to shoot his last foul shot. He'll eye it and hit it. Zurbach having a hard time getting the ball in bounds, and now he'll find Jalen Mall. He'll alley-oop it to Davidson, and he's almost out of bounds, and it's a turnover on Blackhawk. And going the other way is 21st Century, as they'll call a blocking foul on Sassmanhausen. That'll be his third, and at the line shooting two will be Davis. So Blackhawk players picking up fouls quickly here. So Davis, John L. Davis will go to the line to shoot two for 21st Century. His first one in and out. Not much arch on that one. Davis to shoot a second one. And that one is good. Davis with his fourth point. Zurbach with it. Back to Jalen Mall. Jalen Mall across the timeline, guarded by Golston, and Golston tipped it off of Jalen Mall and out of bounds. Blackhawk losing some focus here in this second half, and Coach Davidson's seen enough, and he's going to call a timeout to try to stop the bleeding here as 21st Century has gone on a little bit of a run here in our second half. It's another 30-second timeout by Blackhawk. They've used two here in the second half. The winner of this game advances to semi-state play next Saturday at either Lafayette Jeff or at Huntington North. So I think that will all be decided after really the regional over at Logansport High School, not too far from here, about 40 minutes, as the winner of that game will either be Carmel from Indianapolis or Fort Wayne Northside. Northside won earlier today over a very good Zionsville team, and Carmel took out Homestead in a close one. The Golston will inbound, 6:20 to play here in our third quarter. Davis with the ball now for 21st Century. He'll drive, he's cut off, dribbles it off his own foot and out of bounds. Zurbach will inbounds after the turnover. A lot of whistles here in our third quarter. They'll get it into Mall. He's slapped on the wrist there by, well, they're either going to call that on Hardiman or number one Lomax. Yep, they'll call that on Lomax, and that'll be his second. Zurbach will inbounds once again to Jalen Mall. He's bumped, gets around the double team, goes hard to the hole, gives it to Davidson. He's slapped. Oh, no, they'll call Davidson with a travel. The 12th turnover on Blackhawk. 55-29 our score. Blackhawks just scored 3 points here in the second half. Golston way away from the basket. He wants to go one-on-one on the freshman. He'll get a screen by Davis. He'll go baseline. He'll get cut off and turn it over. He falls down and loses the ball. and it goes right to Saspenhausen of Blackhawk. He's nice pass between the legs of Davis to first. He's hammered underneath, and he'll go to the line to shoot two. And now Davis having some words with the official. First, who had 21 in the first half. And then Davis is going to get called for that foul. He's got to be careful. First at the line, he'll shoot two. He eyes and hits the first one. First with his 22nd point of the night. He'll eye the second and good as well. Up the court comes 21st Century. They'll swing it around. Lomax with it. He about hits the deck. He loses it, goes to Davison. And now he's got it and gives it to Jalen Mull. He'll bring it up the court behind his back. Gets tipped there, but nothing. Oh, off the hands of Golston. He just lost control. He was there, but just couldn't hold on. As Velez will enter the lineup for Hayes for the Cougars. Jalen Mull to inbounds with 5:25 to play here in our third quarter. He'll look, fire to a wide open Saspenhausen inside to Davidson, then he turns it over. Lomax to the hole, and he's going to have it blocked by Caleb First, and then another block on Zerbach, and they'll call him for the foul. So Zerbach with the foul, his third, and that will send 21st Century to the line to shoot two. 21st Century having a rough night from the foul line, shooting just 6 of 15. And that one's off the mark as well by Davis. And Coach Rodney Williams up off the bench quickly, saying, come on, guys, we've had all these foul shots here in the second half and done nothing with it. So he'll launch the second one, and it's good. Zerbach with it, back to Mull to Saspenhausen, back to Zerbach. He'll go to the hoop. He'll shoot and hit. Hits the runner in the lane. And up the court comes Davis. And now we'll have a foul away from the ball. And I think they're going to call it on Hardiman Hardiman will pick up his second, and that'll be the 16th foul. Blackhawk in 1-1 the rest of this game. So this could be a long game if the whistles continue to go as they are. 29-point lead for Blackhawk as Jalen Mull almost loses the handle. And now he's got it. And there's a foul by Lomax. And that will send Jalen Mull to the line to shoot 1-1. Coach Rodney Williams got to get control here of his team. So many fouls here in the second half. And we're not even to the fourth quarter. We're not even halfway through the third quarter. Jalen Mull to the line to shoot the 1-1 for Blackhawk Christian. Mull already with 8 points in this game. He'll step to the line and hit. Mull will shoot another one. His younger brother playing tonight as well for Culver Academy as they play down the road from here. And there's another shot in and out and rebounded by Hardiman. 30-point lead. Biggest lead of the night. Davis in the lane, blocked. Saspenhausen throws an outlet pass to First. He can't outrun Golston, and Golston standing out of bounds. I think the official just pointed the wrong way. The entire Blackhawk crowd just went crazy as they thought he'd made the wrong call, but he realized he went the wrong way with the ball, so it'll be Jalen Mull with the ball. Mull will inbounds. He'll look, fire to Caleb First. Caleb First to Saspenhausen. He almost has it picked off, but then he throws it away. The 14th turnover on Blackhawk. Golston with it, and he'll bring it up the court. 4:27 to play here in our third quarter. He'll get a screen, he'll drive, he's bumped, gives it to Lomax. Lomax gets bumped, throws it up off the rim, no good. Gets deflected around and goes to Saspenhausen. And then he has it turned over, it goes to Golston. His ball rolls around, goes off, and they'll call Golston with the foul as Zerbach got the rebound. And on Golston, that will be his fourth. His fourth. That'll send Zerbach to the line to shoot 1-1. And out of the line it goes Hardiman. Back in comes Cunningham. And into the lineup, Velez as well. So Zerbach will go to line to shoot 1-1. He'll eye the first, and it's good. Zerbach with the second one. He'll shoot, and hard off the back of the rim, and then it rolls in. When it's your night, it's your night. Golston with it. He'll pull up, shoot a 17-footer, and it's good. He's got 21. Mole around the double team, behind the back, loses the ball, turns it over, and they'll call a foul on Jalen Mole. He's just out of control. He'll pick up his third foul. This has been a very long third quarter. He'll inbounds it now and give it to Golston. Blackhawk in a 2-3 zone now. He'll look for a screen by Velez. Now he'll kick it to Lomax. Lomax drives. Cut off. Into the lane now. Throws it up. The Euro step again for Lomax. He's good at that. He did the same thing in the first half. Blackhawk will bring it up. Now they lead big with 3:30 to play here in our third quarter. Another cheap foul on Lomax. He keeps grabbing the guys. His fourth foul. That'll send Jalen Mole to the line to shoot 1-1. 21st Century played a disciplined first game today. Not so much here tonight. Jalen Mole at the line shooting for Blackhawk. In and out, and rebound by Davis. He'll go right to the hoop to Lomax, and he'll hit another teardrop. Ball will be given to Zerbach now. He'll come across the timeline right to the hoop. He gets hammered, and we'll see who they call this foul on. I think they're going to call it on Velez. And he tells the Blackhawk guy to get away from him. So Velez with the foul. Zerbach will shoot 2. Velez with his second. 10th team foul. Double bonus the rest of the way for Blackhawk. Zerbach shoots and hits. Blackhawk has shot 27 free throws in this game already. Zerbach at the line. He'll shoot a second. He hit the first, and that's no good. Rebound to Davis. His fifth. Golston to the hoop. He misses. Gets deflected around and rebounded by Velez. Velez gets the bucket. And now Blackhawk having no trouble getting around. And there's a blocking foul on Davis. On Davis, that'll be his fourth. And now Coach Rodney Williams is going to have to go deep into his bench here, as Zerbach will go back to the line to shoot 2 for the Braves. See a Rogers at the scorer's table for 21st Century. Zerbach will shoot 2, and the first is good. And Davis will check out with his 4 fouls. Rogers into the lineup. Zerbach to shoot, and it's good. Golston over to Lomax. Cougars looking to just get something going here before the fourth quarter. Lomax between the legs. Over to Golston. He'll drive baseline, pull up, shoot a 14-footer off the side of the rim, and rebounded by Zerbach. Jalen Mole will throw it up to Saspenhausen, and they'll come across the timeline. Saspenhausen picks up his dribble, and then he's knocked to the floor by Cunningham. And it'll be double bonus time now for Luke Saspenhausen. So Saspenhausen will shoot 2. Might be smart if maybe Rodney Williams just calls a timeout and tells his guys to go back and play good half-court defense, no reaching. This game is well out of control, and he's running out of fouls. Saspenhausen will shoot 2. He's got 6. His first one off the back of the rim and no good. Let's see if Blackhawk goes deep into their bench here. The last thing they want to do is get an injury before next week's semi-state game. See if Hofer gets in the lineup here. The big fella. Now we see Thompson go down to the other end of the bench and sit with the rest of the players. Saspenhausen shoots and hits. Lomax will launch a 3, and it's good from downtown. Lead down to 25 as Jalen Mole brings it up. 2 minutes to play here in our third quarter. He'll find Saspenhausen, who loses it off his knee, and it goes out of bounds. I'd imagine we've had about 60 whistles here in the third quarter. Is Devin Donaldson up off the bench, and he'll replace Saspenhausen. Donaldson into the lineup. He'll replace Saspenhausen. He'll inbounds it now to the Cougars will to Golson. He'll bring it up the court. He'll fire it. Cunningham will launch a 3 off the side of the rim. And Zurbach with another rebound. He'll fire it to Jalen Mole. Jalen Mole up the floor quickly to Caleb first, and he's hammered from behind by Velez. Velez will pick up his third foul. So first will shoot 2. And the first one is good. He's got 24. He'll eye the second. Good as well. Wilson up the court quickly. Kicks it outside to Cunningham. He'll launch a 3 off the back of the rim and tipped around. It goes to Lomax. The smallest guy on the court gets the rebound. He'll dribble, get in the lane, throw it up with the right hand, and it'll drop. Jalen Mall with the ball. Clock ticking down towards 1 minute here in our third quarter. Donaldson will launch a 3. He's wide open, and he'll hit it. Lomax will go to the hoop again. He'll throw it up another wild shot. No good. Rebounded by Velez, and he'll hit the shot. Timeout. The Cougars on the court. I think they'll use a full timeout. Yes, they'll use a full timeout. We'll take a timeout. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
If you're an athlete, you never know when an injury might happen. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine has made the new Ortho Express Clinic. Located inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, the Ortho Express Clinic has everything that an athlete would need, from physicians to athletic rehab and sports performance. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on. Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana with our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, offering direct access to physicians and Saturday morning clinics that are convenient for you. Parkview Sports Medicine.
We're back here at the Culver Regional Championship game. It's all Blackhawks, 71-45, and what has been an extremely long third quarter. A lot of fouls, a lot of turnovers, and a lot of whistles. So this quarter has taken forever. Zurbach will inbounds the ball. 1:02 to play here in the third quarter. Ball with it quickly to Donaldson. He'll turn, fire it to Davidson, and have it picked off. And then they'll call a turnover on 21st Century. As they say, Rogers was standing out of bounds when he threw the pass. So they'll give the ball right back to Blackhawk as the officials will converge here and talk about it. And he asked him, "Are you sure about it?" I could read his lips, and he said, "Yes, he's sure." And Turnover on the Cougars. The ball goes back to Blackhawk with under a minute to play. I wonder what the timeout was like there for Rodney Williams. I wonder if he told his team just to play good half-court defense, no more fouls. And now they'll come up to trap. Looks like he didn't tell him that. I think he wants to turn into a crazy game. Inside to the big fella first. Tipped around and back to Donaldson. He'll give it to Zurbach. Zurbach to Mole. Jalen Mole has his pocket picked again. And Lomax to the races. He'll throw it up over the rim, and it'll get stuck on the rim, and that's a jump ball, and the ball will stay with 21st Century. Velez will inbounds with 37 seconds to play here in our third quarter. Blackhawk will stay in there 2-3. Golston will launch a three. Short off the front of the rim, and the ball just got deflected everywhere. And unfortunately, a 21st Century player just in the wrong place at the wrong time, and I believe that was Velez. His fourth. And we'll go the other way, and Blackhawk will shoot two. And I believe that will be Davidson at the line. Nothing really Velez could do on that. It was just an odd rebound. Karam off the rim that came right at two players. And I don't think either one was really Donaldson or Velez was worried about a rebound that far away from the basket, and they just got tied up. So Donaldson will shoot two, and the first is good. Pulver will replace Jalen Mull. Donaldson will shoot a second, and that one's good as well. Golston up the court. Rogers launches a three, and it's good. Michael Pulver with the ball once again. He'll come across. He'll pick up his dribble. Now he's trapped back there, and he can't step through it, and he's bailed out with a foul. And if that is on Golston, he's done. No, they'll call it on Lomax. And then a technical foul is being called on. So I got to think what happened here. So now it looks like there's been a technical foul called maybe on one of the coaches, and then we'll have two fouls. So we're going to have a foul on number 5. Hayes will pick up. No, it can't be on Hayes. Or number 1, it's on Lomax, so he's disqualified. He has 12 points, I believe, on the night. And it looks like Golston picked up a technical foul, which is a personal foul in high school basketball, and that will disqualify him from the game. And he'll end the game with 21 points, and the senior will end his career with 21st Century as he will be out of the game. So it'll be a bunch of foul shots now coming for Blackhawk with 17 seconds to go here in our third quarter. And the hugs around for the big fella. Golston will check out, and it looks like we'll see for the first time tonight number 11 into the game for Mitchell into the lineup. So Pulver's going to go to the line. He's going to shoot two. And then there's going to be two more for the technical, and then Blackhawk will get the ball. Pulver shoots the first one. No good. Pulver to shoot. And that one's short. And who will go to the line to shoot the two technicals? And that will be Davidson. He'll shoot two. Jalen Mull back in the lineup, and he'll replace Michael Pulver. Davidson will shoot, and it's good. His second one, good as well for the junior. It'll be Blackhawks ball, 17 seconds to play here in our third quarter. We're almost there, ladies and gentlemen. This quarter has taken forever. It's been at least a 30-minute quarter. Jalen Mull loses the ball again, and then it looks like Rogers went to the floor as he was diving for the ball, and the ball will stay now with Blackhawk. Jalen Mull losing a little bit of focus here in the third quarter. His team with a big lead. Zurbach will inbounds. He'll give it to Mull. He'll turn around and have Mitchell in his face. And now it looks like Rogers wants to come up, but he'll give it to Zerbach. 8 to play. Donaldson ball fakes. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. Will they get a shot off? Ball deflected out of bounds there by Velez. And with 1 second to play, it'll be Blackhawk ball out of bounds. Might be a tip play coming here for or an alley-oop possibly. I saw Coach Davidson giving a signal for something. And a technical foul issued on Melvin Cunningham, his 4th. And now Blackhawk back to the line to shoot 2 more. Man, 21st Century really losing their cool here down the stretch. We're not even to the 4th quarter. And the shot is good. Davison to shoot a second. He'll launch it. It rolls around and goes out. And now it'll be Blackhawk ball. And the Cougars will call a timeout, a full timeout. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with the final 1 second here in the 3rd quarter. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
For an athlete, you never know when an injury might happen. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine has made the new Ortho Express Clinic. Located inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, the Ortho Express Clinic has everything that an athlete would need, from physicians to athletic rehab and sports performance. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ants in action. Get mad about blue.
1 second to play here in our 35-minute 3rd quarter here. Alley-oop to first. He catches it and dunks it at the buzzer. Wow, what a play. And that does it for the 3rd quarter. Finally does it with the 3rd quarter. Blackhawk leads 78-48 over 21st Century. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with the start of the 4th quarter. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
If you're an athlete, you never know when an injury might happen. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine has made the new Ortho Express Clinic. Located inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, the Ortho Express Clinic has everything that an athlete would need, from physicians to athletic rehab and sports performance. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on. Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana with our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic.
We're underway here at Culver for the final quarter. It's Blackhawk with the ball. First will launch a three-pointer. That's going to hit the side of the backboard, deflect around and go to Davis. He'll look underneath, find Velez. He'll go up, shoot the shot, and hit it. Velez with his 6-point. And 21st Century will continue to press. Davidson with the ball. He'll give it to Jalen Mole. Back to Davidson. He'll drive, pull up, shoot a 14-footer off the back of the rim. No good. Tipped in by Caleb First. And he's got his 27th point. At the hoop, Davis, he misses, gets his own rebound. Kicks it outside to Cunningham. He'll launch a three off the front of the rim. And they'll stay out of bounds to Blackhawk. It might have been the fastest 45 seconds we've played in this entire game. Especially in the second half. Southmanhausen with the ball. He'll bring it up. He's guarded there by Mitchell. He'll kick it back to Jalen Mole. Mole will have some patience here, and Rogers almost fouls him. In the lane to First. He put the ball down, gives it to Thompson. He'll shoot a 2 and hit it. Blackhawk trying to get to the 100-point mark. They only need 18. At the hoop, the big fella, Rogers to the hoop, gets his own rebound. 3 on the way by Davis, and he drains it. Jalen Mall will throw it into Saspenhausen. He'll get across the timeline. He's cut off. Throws it, tries to throw it inside and throws it away. 19 turnovers now for Blackhawk Christian. Davis will inbounds to Rogers. He'll give it back to Davis. He thinks about it. He'll go to the hoop. Gets bumped on the way to the hoop. No call. Now an outlet pass to Jalen Mall. He'll bring it up. Kick it cross court to Saspenhausen. He thinks about it. Wisely kicks it back to Davidson. They'll run some clock here, will Blackhawk. It was one of the longest third quarters I think I've ever been a part of. Davidson with the ball. He'll launch a 3. He steps into it off the rim, and it gets deflected around, and Velez comes up with the rebound for 21st Century. Rogers on the run now. He'll pull up. He'll shoot a 3. It's off the side of the rim and rebounded by Caleb First. He'll give it to Jalen Mall. Now up to First and deflects away, and another turnover. Mitchell with it. He'll throw it inside, and then he'll turn it over. And Rogers will run over Saspenhausen. They'll call a foul now, I believe, on Jalen Mall. His 4th. At the line shooting 1-1 will be Rogers. Christian Rogers at the line shooting 1-1. Rogers shoots, and it's good. Actually, they said it was on the shot. Number 12 into the lineup. That is Tavante Hayes. So another Hayes on the court for 21st Century. Rogers shoots the second, short off the rim, and rebounded by First. And I think they're going to call him for a, nope. They're going to hit Mitchell with a hold, I believe. Mitchell gets whistled for his first foul, and we'll go the other way and shoot 2. And First will go the other way to shoot 2. Caleb First has had a great game here in the championship game. He started off hot. He'll shoot. It'll roll around and go in. He's got 28 points. Shoots and hits the second one, make it 29. Davidson in the lane, and they'll call a foul, I believe, on Luke Saspenhausen. Yep. His 4th. At the line shooting 2, John L. Davis. He's got 8 points. Had 22 in the first game today. He'll hit that one. He'll shoot a second. And good. Jalen Mall almost loses it again. He gets the handle now. He'll come across half court, give it to Saspenhausen. Saspenhausen down low to Davidson. Davidson out of the trap in the corner, and Thompson will shoot again and hit it. Drake Thompson with another bucket. Davis up the court quickly for the Cougars. Now over to Rogers. He'll drive, get in the lane, get it blocked, and it comes to Davidson. And now Saspenhausen with it. He'll look inside for Thompson. Now up top to First. He'll shoot. His shot good. 31 points for First. Mitchell with the ball now. He'll pick it up, fire it inside to Velez. He'll shoot from about 14 feet out and rebounded by Caleb First. His 5th board. Now a quarter with a little bit of pace here is not so many whistles. Jalen Mall gets around Rogers. He'll shoot. He's fouled, and they'll call it on Rogers as he came flying by and swatted at Jalen Mall, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Once again, the winner of this game is off to either Lafayette Jeff or to Huntington North next Saturday. Moles first one up and good. Whistle on the court. Looks like we'll have a sub come in. Number 21 into the lineup. And that is Eiler. Mole to the line. He'll shoot another one. And it's good as well. $90 points for Blackhawk. They've got 4 minutes to get 10 more points. Will they do it? Now look like 21st Century was just going to back it out and hold the ball. And they'll have it on the left wing. And almost a steal there. Mitchell throws it. Baseline now for the Cougars up top. In the lane, a little jump stop, and they will call a foul. I believe either on first or, Velez and Drake Thompson actually getting into a little bit of pushing match. Thompson will pick up his fourth. Got some subs at the Donaldson and looks like Zerbach to come into the lineup. Number 12, Hayes at the line. He'll shoot the first one and miss it. Thompson and Sassmanhausen out of the game. Well-deserved ovation for those two young men, as they'll take a seat with 4:27 to play here in our regional championship game. And the second one up for Hayes off the back of the rim. Tipped around it and tipped out of bounds by, I believe that was Mitchell. Pulver up off the bench. He'll come into the game now. And he'll replace Davidson. And Caleb First will check out with his 31 points and 6 boards here. With 4:25 to play, Jalen Mall will stay in the game. Hofer into the lineup now for Blackhawk Christian. Now he'll kick it to Pulver. He'll drive baseline. Give it inside to Zerbach. He'll go up and hit the shot. Quickly up the court, 21st Century in the lane, fouled, and we'll see if they call it on either Hofer or on Donaldson. They call it on Donaldson. Some of the fans now starting to file out of Culver Community High School. This game is well out of reach. 92-56. It's been Blackhawk from the beginning. Jack way up now, and Hill will come into the game for Blackhawk. That shot up and off the backboard, no good. Jalen Mall will take a well-deserved rest here. So Jack way into the lineup for the Blackhawk Braves. Hayes to shoot a second. In and out, and rebounded by Zerbach. Zerbach with his 5th rebound, and he'll give it to Donaldson. 4 minutes to play here in our final quarter. Jack away with it. He'll ball fake, come back towards the top. And he'll get a screen. He'll pull up. No shot. Kicks it to Donaldson. Donaldson thinks about it. No. Throws it inside to Hofer. He'll turn and look and give it to Zerbach. Zerbach launches a 3. In and out, and rebounded by number 10. Jones, and that's his 7th rebound, or excuse me, Davis with his 7th rebound. He'll launch a 3. No good. Tipped around and goes right to Hofer. And then a turnover and the ball right back to Hayes. 3 on the way. Off the back of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Donaldson. 3 minutes to play as Hofer gets the ball. He'll launch a 3. And it's off the back of the rim and rebounded by Jones, as everybody in the crowd wanted that one. Davison to the hoop, and that's a charge on Davison. And on Davison, that will do it. That's his, Davis, that is his 5th, and he'll foul out. He'll foul out with 10 points. Into the lineup, Garten. Garten into the lineup, number 13. He'll see his first action. Up off the bench, I believe that's Rogers. He'll replace Davis, who will, if he had an all-tournament team, he would definitely be on it after his performance this morning, as Zerbach checks out for Blackhawk. Hofer will inbounds and give it to Jackway. 3 minutes to play. He'll come across the half-court line and give it up to Donaldson. And Blackhawk will try to play a little keep away and run some clock here. Pulver with it. Pulver will ball fake. Dribble into the lane. He'll go up with the right hand and miss the shot, and it's rebounded by 12, Hayes. And now, hear a quick whistle. And are they going to call Pulver on the foul? Fouls on 12, Michael Pulver, his second. At the line shooting 2 will be Hayes. Hayes has been to the line a couple times here, hasn't made any, and now he finally gets one to drop. Taiwan Hayes back into the lineup, and he'll replace Velez. So Hayes will shoot a second. I'm not sure what we're waiting for here. Now some of the Blackhawk Christian fans starting to leave the gym. Second one up and good. Number 14 in the lineup for the Cougars, and that is Hardiman back into the lineup. We haven't seen him in a while. Jackway with the ball. He'll come up. He'll lose it. It'll go back to the Cougars, up the court quickly to a Hardiman. He's got his first bucket of the game as Jackway dribbles the ball. Up court to Hofer. Hofer will take a dribble and give it to Donaldson. 2 minutes to play here in our final quarter. He'll get trapped in the corner. He'll throw it and turn it over. And now a turnover by both teams. And Michael Pulver will end up with the ball. You see Kyle Bleed head to the scorer's table. Donaldson in the lane, and he'll hit the shot. 94 points for Blackhawk. Mitchell in the lane. He'll run over. Oh, they're going to call a block on Pulver. That will send the Cougars to the line. At the line shooting number 11, Mitchell. He'll shoot and hit. Kyle Bleed into the lineup for Donaldson. And the shot up and good. Jackway with the ball under 2 minutes to play. He's got to be careful. There's a player behind him. He'll throw it up and hit it. So Jackway got bumped, threw it up, and it went in. Now both teams going with some crazy ball here as Garton comes up with the rebound. It's Pulver across the timeline. He loses control again, picks it up, fires to Hofer. Over to Jackway. Jackway with the crossover in the lane. Throws it up with the left hand. Good if it goes. And they'll say 3 seconds on Kyle Bleed. Turnover on Blackhawk. Ball back to 21st Century. 1:25 to play here in the forever second half game. Mitchell will go baseline, cut off by Bleed. Throws it up off the back of the rim. No good, and rebounded by Garton again. Jackway with it. He'll come up towards the half court, cross half court. He'll go to the hoop, lose control, and it'll go right back to 21st Century. Long three on the way, no good, an air ball. Gets tipped around and goes out of bounds off of Garton. Number 14 took that shot, Hardiman. It wasn't even close, 53 seconds to play. The fans can feel it here at Blackhawk. They're headed to the semi-state next week. Inbounds to Hardiman. He'll go up, miss the shot, and rebounded by Hofer. He'll outlet it to Pulver. Pulver will dribble around, and he'll go behind the back. He'll reverse pivot, come across the timeline. 40 seconds to play. Over to Jackway. He's going to launch a three. Good! 99-62. Three on the way, in and out, and Hofer with the rebound, standing flat-footed. 20 seconds to play. Jackway with the ball. Can he get across the timeline? The fans want 100 points, and they're going to call a foul and send Jackway to the hoop, to the foul line, and that foul's on number 14, Hardiman, his second. And now Jackway will shoot two and give Blackhawk the chance to hit the century mark here in the championship game. 11 seconds to play. All the fans on their feet for Blackhawk Christian. Crowd goes quiet. Shot in and out. And Jackway's like, come on, man, we won 100. Maybe it's free taco night if you hit 100 at Blackhawk Christian. So they'll have a chance to hit the century mark with this free throw. Jackway will launch, and it's good! Well, there's a three on the way by Hardiman. No good. Rebounded by Hofer, and that will do it. Your final, it's Blackhawk Christian 100, 21st century from Gary, Indiana, 62. We'll take a timeout. It's going to take me a few minutes to get all the stats added up, and then we'll be back, and then we'll finish up here at Culver Community High School. The regional championship game just ended. So we'll take about a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have the scoring and final thoughts here from the regional championship game. You're watching high school basketball on SummitCitySports.com.
Friday Night Lights. Fort Wayne football from the comfort of your own home, or when you're on the go. The same night the pigskin touches the end zone or is stopped dead in its tracks. 10 teams, 5 games, 1 website. SummitCitySports.com. Live streamed high school games, score updates, and news hub for all Fort Wayne athletics. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
The Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse is a state-of-the-art facility that has become the home of sports in our region. Also the home of Parkview Sports Medicine with our new Ortho Express Clinic, AWP Sports, plus all kinds of club activity from basketball, volleyball, futsal, pickleball, and more. The Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. Check it out today.
There's Ryan looking to center into the slot to Esther, but it's broken up.
We're back here at Culver Community High School as they're giving the championship trophy now to Blackhawk Christian. Came out of our commercial break, so you can see that real quick as they will accept the trophy and be your 2017-18 Culver Regional Champions. Let's take a look at the scoring first for 21st Century. They'll end the season at 22-6. Coach Rodney Williams has a good young nucleus coming back next year, so if you're in 1A, they'll be a tough out next year as well. They got 12 points from Lomax off the bench. Rogers with 4. Torrance Hayes with 1, and we hope he's okay. He was injured in the third quarter, did not come back to the game. 10 from John L. Davis, 2 from Taiwan Hayes, 2 from Hardiman, 6 from Velez, 17 from Golston, 2 from Hayes, and 2 from Mitchell. So Rodney Williams' team will be done, and they will be back next year, a team to reckon with here in the regional. For Blackhawk Christian, they had a lot of scoring as well, as they will move to next week's semi-state championship game. For Mark Davis's team, they run their record to 26-2 overall. Here's their scoring. Donaldson with 9 off the bench, Jalen Mull with 11, 8 from Drake Thompson, 4 from Sassmanhausen, 14 from Frank Davidson, 9 from Zerbach, 6 from Jackway, and your Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game, the freshman, standing 6'9", Caleb First, the lefty, your Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game with 31 points and 6 rebounds for the Braves tonight as they advance to the championship semi-state game next week at either Lafayette Jeff or they will play at Huntington North. What will determine that is probably what happens at the regional at Logansport. So congratulations to the Blackhawk Braves as they are your 2017-18 regional champions here at Culver High School. I want to thank our sponsors tonight, the Mad Ants of Fort Wayne Comets, Big Eyed Fish, and of course Parkview Sports Medicine. Also want to give a good shout out here to the staff here at Culver Community High School as they hosted us here today and made our visit quite well, and we just can't thank them enough as they did a great job here with this regional. Well, that'll about do it here from Culver Community High School. Your final score, the Braves hit the century mark, 162 over 21st Century. For my cameraman Patrick Reith, I'm Ryan Dellinger, and you have been watching the Regional Championship game on SummitCitySports.com.
Friday Night Lights. Fort Wayne football from the comfort of your own home, or when you're on the go. The same night the pigskin touches the end zone or is stopped dead in its tracks. 10 teams, 5 games, 1 website. SummitCitySports.com. Live streamed high school games, score updates, and news hub for all Fort Wayne athletics. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
The Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse is a state-of-the-art facility that has become the home of sports in our region. Also the home of Parkview Sports Medicine with our new Ortho Express Clinic, AWP Sports, plus all kinds of club activity from basketball, volleyball, futsal, pickleball, and more. The Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. Check it out today.
There's Ryan looking to center into the slot to Esther, but broken up by Scott. He shoots, hits, scores!
Now the sticks are up. And now this is bad news. Everyone going at it down here in the corner.
Fort Wayne
The
hockey.
plung with the deke.
6 teams.
Bone cutter to Ryan Freeby with the shot from the point. He scores!
Live stream games new this season. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. Our elite team of experts in orthopedic surgery, athletic rehabilitation, nutrition, and sports performance coordinate your care all along the way. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
If you're an athlete, you never know when an injury might happen. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine has made the new Ortho Express Clinic. Located inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, the Ortho Express Clinic has everything that an athlete would need, from physicians to athletic rehab and sports performance. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Indiana with our new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic, offering direct access to physicians and Saturday morning clinics that are convenient for you. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's the Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ant in action. Get mad about blue.
If you're an athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at O&E, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more, go to ParkviewSportsMedicine.com and click on the Services tab.
Brooks steals it, tips it away to himself. He'll go to the hoop and slam it down.
They attack, they get a great shot.
Here he comes. And Lucas Crawl.
Shot hits the post, and the center feed to Luke Gibson. Shot scores.
Rush comes. Oh, almost picked off by Ethan Hoover.
And the takedown.
AWP Sports finds the athlete's purpose beyond athletics, the industry leader in sports performance for over 10 years in Northeast Indiana. You can find out more by clicking on the Services tab at the top of this page.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for championships.